never know. You cannot tread the path before you become the path yourself. Zen saying. After my lecture on Ayel Peretz and the bloody beauty of our diaspora existence, a man came up to me and said how much he had enjoyed my lecture. I asked him his name. He said Al Oppenheim, Aaron. He had been in international banking, spoke English, German, French, and Italian fluently, and some Spanish too. He told me he was from Germany, and the people in his area never spoke any Yiddish. They only spoke German. He was 88, small, about 5 feet 2 inches tall, had pudgy cheeks and short hairy arms, wore a baseball cap and a short-sleeved shirt. I had the feeling when he looked at me through his light blue eyes, he really didn't see me. He told me subsequently that he was blind. Where are you from? In Germany, I asked him. Hamburg. When did you leave Germany? I asked. In 1933. We went first to Belgium, then to France, finally to Italy. I lived under Mussolini for 2 years. Oh, I shook my head. No, he said. Everything was all right. Then we got out in 1937 and came to the States. It's interesting, he said. They had it right in the old days. They believed that work alone was not enough, and Torah alone was also not enough. One had to do both. And in the old days, the rabbis were all carpenters or plumbers, artisans of one kind or another. Then they decided only to study Torah. The women went out to earn a living and they all starved. I belonged to a group, Poalei Tzion, that went to Israel, to Kibbutz Etzion. I had the chance to go to Israel or to the United States. I had to decide whether to be a good son and help my family or go to Israel. I decided to be a good son, and I came to the States. There I joined the army and went back to Europe to fight during the war for the next 3 years. I'm 88 now and still alive. If I had gone to Israel, I would be dead now. Why is that? I asked. Because all of the group I was with who went to Israel and joined Kibbutz Etzion were killed by the Transjordanians. In the War of Independence, I asked? Yes, he said, in 1948. And I'll tell you another you never know story, Dick. I had just told him the story of the 2 Jewish farmers, and you never know how one farmer's son survives because he fell from a horse and broke his leg, and the Cossacks who came through the farmer's town rounding up the Jewish boys to go into the Tsar's army didn't take the farmer's son because he had a broken leg. My father, the man said to me, went to England and lived in an attic room. Each evening when the Blitz would come and they were dropping the bombs on London, my father would leave his attic room and go into the cellar bunker on that evening when the sirens began. For whatever reason, my father decided to stay in his attic room. He just didn't want to go into the cellar. A bomb was dropped, went down the shaft leading to the cellar, and exploded, killing everyone. My father, who stayed in the attic room, the most vulnerable place of all, because it was out in the open, survived. So you see, Dick, my 88-year-old new friend, said to me, you never know. Was your father a religious man, Al? I asked. Yes, he was.